everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. I just did that so I could make my thumbnail or whatever, because I'm not editing these videos or anything like that. I'm simply just uploading them to my YouTube channel. So today I've been getting messages from people and stuff like that, which I appreciate it, and sometimes I feel like it's hard for me to explain things through messaging. So I'm going to make this video for a couple of people that had been inboxing me on Instagram, about some things that they've noticed about mewing. So one of the questions that I saw was, well, a lot of questions that I see is like, people are still kind of unsure whether they're mewing correctly or not, because like I said in a previous video, mewing is kind of like, I can't show it to you because it's inside of my mouth and you do it with your mouth closed. So it's not like a workout routine or exercise, something that you can literally make a tutorial about and show the other person how to do it. My son is asleep, so if he wakes up, I'm gonna have to go, but I'm trying to whisper because my house is really quiet and I don't want him to wake up. So yeah, so I'm going to try to explain to you the best way possible. So my first thing that I want to say is, when mewing, when I first started mewing, you can go back to my previous videos, because I've been making videos since the beginning. And when I first started mewing, I was like kind of familiar with it, but not, because I would always see my grandmother doing it. Like, it was something that she did naturally. Like me growing up, my grandmother would mew, and it was something that she grew up doing and she did it naturally. And she wasn't even aware of it. But one thing that I noticed from her doing that, because she was an occupational therapist back in her time or whatever, and she knew a lot about posture, and she didn't teach me about this, but this was just something, because she didn't know what this was. This was just something that she innately did, like growing up as a child, just something that she always did. And she would mute, and she was the most beautifulest woman I've ever seen in my life. Literally, I'm not just saying it because she's my grandmother. She had the most symmetrical face. She had blue eyes, well, hazel eyes. She said they were hazel, but they were like grayish, bluish. I'm going to show you all a picture of my grandmother, one of these, in one of my videos. Maybe not this one, maybe a different video, but this is just something that I'm telling y'all. But she mewed, and she would just be watching TV, and I would see her face doing this, like under her chin. I would see it like moving. I'd be like, Grandma, what are you doing? And she'd be like, I'm sucking my tongue. I'm like, sucking your tongue? I would always ask her that, and that would always be her response. And I just used to be confused about it, and I would try to suck my tongue, and I would do this, like, but it wasn't the same. I knew that something was off about it or whatever. But anyway, long story short, years later, now that I'm a grown adult, like I said, I was researching different videos about how to shorten my face, because I did not like how my face was growing. My face was growing in like I was a mouth breather. If you breathe with your mouth open, your face will be like slanted, and you will have a kind of deformed face or something like that, or any kind of, like, if you just any little thing like that. But mine was, I did not like the way my head was growing in, and I just wanted a way to fix my facial structure. So I came across mewing or whatever, and it clicked like immediately. I was like, wow, that's what my grandmother was doing. And a couple of other people that I know, because I'm like really good at observing people, and I would just see people doing it, and that's what it was. So when I first started doing it, I was like confused, as well as like, okay, am I doing this right? Like, is my tongue where it needs to be? Like, am I doing it, is my tongue too far back? Is it too far forward? So my best tip that I can give to you to make sure you're like mewing in the correct place is whatever feels most natural to you. Like when you close your mouth, don't forget about posture as well. I have a pimple right here. Y'all excuse my skin or whatever, because I'm getting it together. Like I said, I'm probably Wednesday. I'm going to post anyway. I'm gonna post a skincare routine video with my CeraVe that I've been using for the past couple of days, and I've noticed a big difference. I just got done washing my face, but that's a different video. But posture is very important. Like posture is extremely important. Um, it is really important. Like that is a key part. You can't mew, and you need to have proper posture 99% of the time. So make sure that you're also working on your posture while you're mewing. But um, when you're mewing, the young lady was asking me, like, she doesn't see her chin moving when she do it. Like she's seeing a lot of other people videos and stuff like that, and she said she was guessing that maybe her palate was small, and that could be the problem. Like, because me talking to you all about mewing, I realized that my palate is, I never had a bad palate. Like I had a palate that was already had like a natural arch for my tongue. It wasn't too wide, but it wasn't too narrow either. So I already kind of like had a natural um mewing palate. Like it was easy for me to um place my tongue there, because I didn't have any like things preventing my tongue from laying on the palate properly. So to that young lady that was writing me about that, if you're not able to make a suction and create that, you know, mewing placement in the top of your in the roof of your mouth, that may be the issue. Because in some of the groups that I was reading on, some of the people were posting like pictures of the roof of their mouth, and I noticed that their palates were very narrow, and I'm like, they're not going to be able to mew properly because they have no space for their tongue. Because the palate is narrow. Like their tongue won't be able to do what it needs to do because they don't have the space, or just different factors that go into the placement of the tongue, why they won't be able to place their tongue like it should be. So my advice to people who have narrow palates, my advice would be to hard mew, like literally create a space. Like you will also notice your teeth shifting to the correct place, and kind of create a place for your tongue. Like literally hard mew. You will notice your palate widening. Like you can widen your palate. Like your palate is not a solid bone. Like it's flexible. You can move and shift the the placement of how your palate is. Like you can change that. So if you feel like your palate is narrow, try your hardest like every day to work your tongue at the roof of your mouth. Preferably if you have a ridge, there should be a ridge. What are they doing up this time of night? But there should be a ridge in the top of your mouth. Let me see, can I show y'all? I don't know. I'm showing y'all all kind of disgusting stuff in my mouth. Forgive me for that. And I didn't even brush my teeth before I made this video. And I just got done eating. But anyway, there's a ridge at the front of your mouth here. Y'all see that? So I place my tongue. Can you see that? That's probably as much as I can show y'all. Y'all see how my tongue is up? See, watch this. Your tongue should be at the roof of your mouth. If your palate isn't wide enough for it to, it should make a suction. The reason why it wasn't suctioning was because my mouth was open. Your mouth should be closed, and it should be like this. And the reason why I'm doing my mouth like this is because I'm creating my own face. Like, I'm doing different things that's working for the look that I'm going for. Like, you have to literally study your face, study what it is you're trying to go for. Like, somebody told me, oh, I stopped mewing because it made my jaws look muscular or something that she was saying. And I'm not going for a muscular look, but I'm going for that chiseled, not too chiseled, but that chiseled look. I want my face to look like that. So it's all depending on what you want as a person. So if you don't want to go for that look, don't do it. I even hard mew from time to time because, well, a lot of the times, because just do it and work the top of your mouth until you get it. Like, when you get it, you'll know it. Like, just practice and practice and just watch as many videos as you can on it, because like, I can't do it for you. I'm trying to explain it to you as best as I know how. Like I said, for a long time I stopped pushing. That's what I'm doing now. Like, now I'm starting to push the mandible forward, because I've worked for months on deepening and widening my palate. So now I'm pushing it forward with my tongue, like, and in order to bring my face more inward, I do this. Can you see the difference from me holding my face like this? And then excuse my hair, guys. I got it up in a bun. That's why I put my head scarf on or whatever, but yeah. So even my cheekbones. Like, I even have dimples now. I've never had dimples, but that just comes from me maneuvering my face, a lot in different positions, like I'm kind of showing y'all now. And just targeting different focal points that I normally wouldn't do or I've never really done, just because I wasn't really comfortable with myself. And probably a couple of years ago, I would be embarrassed to do some of the things that I'm doing right now on this camera. I would never do it. But now I'm just so comfortable with myself that I'm able to come on the camera and do all this crazy stuff and not really care, not give a damn, because I'm just so comfortable with myself and I love myself now, to where things like that don't phase me. Like, I can get on here and do whatever and, just still have that genuine love for myself, because like I said, I've gone through this transformation where it's like, it's important to love yourself, and doing these type of things, this is called self-love. This is self-improvement, and you should be proud that you are online looking for things to try to help better yourself in any shape, form, or fashion. Like, I salute you, because it's hard for people to face themselves and realize that they need to improve in certain areas. And I used to be one of those people, but now I'm the type of person that face my challenges head on and, do what I need to do. And I'm just on here. And another thing I want to talk about, you may feel like when you work out and during the time it feels great, you can feel it working. And then the next day you may have some soreness. Like, that's how I can tell that it's working. Like, and it doesn't last long. It maybe lasts half the next day. Like, so maybe tomorrow, if I do it, I haven't been working it out today like I normally do, but like all of those little movements that you see me do, sometime I go hard. Like, I'm at the gym and I just sit in the mirror, look in the mirror, and make those faces and have a full blown workout throughout my day, to the point where my face is sore. I do it until I can't do it anymore. The next day, I am sore. My face is sore. Like, literally, like legit, my face is sore from doing some of the face exercises that I do. But mewing, it doesn't hurt, it doesn't cause, it doesn't have any after effects or anything like that. So, not mewing, but some of the other things that I do, if you all want me to, just go into depth about different facial exercises that I do, because it's other things that I do that, I mean, okay, it's a lot of things that I do that others might not. They might think I'm going a little bit overboard, but it really works. Like I said, it's done things for me that plastic surgery would have to do for other people. So I'm just on here giving y'all my little tips and tricks. Look at my nose. Look at my nose. People go pay for noses like that. My nose was not like that. The first time I did that, it felt so good. I felt my face stretch. I felt the muscles in my face stretching. I had never done that before. And when I did it, I was like, ooh, I felt stuff back there popping. I was like, my face needed that. Because your face has muscles and bones and stuff just like the rest of your body. And you need to work it out. So, especially to have a healthy, growing face. Like, before I was mewing, my cheeks were just like, ugh. They had no definition to them at all. Now I'm starting to get definition. Like, just everything is just coming together like I've always wanted and always dreamed. And I did it just by working out. I didn't have to get plastic surgery or anything like that. I just did. Look at that. But yeah, guys, this video has been going on for 20 minutes. I'm gonna leave that at this. I hope that answered your question for the young lady that wrote me on Instagram about how to mew exactly. Are you doing it correctly? I explained it as best as I could in this video. Like, comment, and subscribe. You can ask me or leave messages down in the comment section, or you can inbox me on Instagram, however you want to do it. My Instagram is Amaria, AMARIAH, Jasnique, JASNIQUE _ and you can also inbox me on Instagram if you don't feel comfortable writing down in the comments or whatever. But if you would like to, you can leave a comment down and I will respond to you. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch y'all in the next video. Peace.